And welcome back to BCG Geeks, episode 24. This time, we actually have a teleprompter, so we can actually be in, like, nice order.
Yeah, and we don't have to keep looking down and whatnot. And...
Exactly. Alright, so, as always, I'm your co-host, Bobby Bearhart, and with me is...
Jason Elliott.
Okay, so we have a lot to cover, so let's jump into it with movies. So, Avengers Infinity War came out last week on Blu-ray.
And I did get it.
Same here.
You have that snazzy,
yeah, I got the
steel case, huh?
No, Best Buy sold out in like 15 minutes. I got the Target exclusive. So I got Target, and I'll review that for the Patreon viewers. You get to...
Okay.
That's the extra.
But wasn't there a Funko Pop that came with
The,
that?
Target had two exclusives. They had a Funko Pop, and then they had this one. I should have... Well, I couldn't get the Funko Pop because I don't have a Target card. You had to, like, sign up for a Target Red card, and then you had to, like... wait
forget it.
So, screw it. But, I rewatched it, and it was still just as amazing and poignant as...
Yeah, I mean, especially when, Spider-Man disappearing. Oh, Mr. Stark.
Oh, God.
I mean, I don't feel so good. And then the thing is, going back to what he said in Homecoming.
Yeah.
He said, like, hey, if you die, it's on me. And you can see that weight just come crashing down on him.
Yeah. And the fact that, it was revealed that when Groot's just dying, he's saying dad. And I'm like, God damn it.
Yeah.
It was the Empire Strikes Back of the Avenger films.
Oh, yeah, because, hey, Darth Vader wins.
Yeah, exactly. Darth Vader wins. So we'll do the reviews, the extras later, because I watched them all, and they're really good. The Batman, that movie will film after The Flash, which is supposed to be in production in February, right?
Yeah, February. And in Birds of Prey, too.
And Birds of Prey.
So, I don't know. Is Ben Affleck?
Batfleck.
Yeah.
Ben Affleck is on as producer, so...
We don't know if he's going to star in it. His script is being thrown out, of course. I would like to read it.
I would love to read his script, because he's...
He said noir Batman is what he wanted. And the thing is, I feel that Ben Affleck has really, really, really come into his own.
Isn't that what Matt Vaughn wanted too, was Batman Noir?
Yeah, like a noir Batman.
Yeah.
I mean, and the thing is, it doesn't have to be him, with an outlandish villain. Come on, okay, we've seen this before in movies. Let's see him fight, Rupert Thorne or Roland Daggett.
I want Penguin.
Yeah.
I want a legit Penguin. Well, we already got one with
the crime
DeVito,
bosses.
but I want a crime boss DeVito.
Well,
crime boss Penguin.
Or, like I said, Roland Daggett, Rupert Thorne, the corrupt politician.
We kind of saw that with Nolan's, though.
Falcone, yeah.
Yeah, with Falcone. And we see that in Gotham.
But the thing is, it did have, like, a kind of fantastical villain in, the Scarecrow.
True.
And the thing is, Falcone was, like, immobilized by Scarecrow. So you had three villains,
really. That is true.
And it was like, okay, the A villain was Ra's al Ghul, pulling the strings, and then the B villain... was the errand boy and Scarecrow, and the C villain, was kind of like wanting to get in on whatever was happening.
That's true.
Falcone.
That's true.
But the thing is, we saw a little bit of the detective too.
We did.
He was trying to find out, who was, trying to poison the water and what the machine was going to be used for.
But I liked the way that Snyder handled that with BVS, when it wasn't like, oh, how did this happen? It was like, I'll find her. Don't worry. You go to you.
Yeah.
He was like, I got this. Don't even worry about it.
Yeah, but I just really want to see like a hard-boiled... And you know what? Film it in black and white. That would be cool.
That would be cool. I'd dig that.
Yeah.
So Halloween, it's... I don't know when it's supposed to come out. I forget when it's supposed to come out.
It's sometime in October, but they said there will be no sequel yet, as of yet.
And I don't think there should be. Well, not every movie needs a sequel.
No, and the thing is, okay, Halloween H2O was supposed to be the final confrontation between Laurie and Michael Myers.
Yeah, because she chops off his head.
But then they fucked that up because the movie did so well, and the movie is great. H2O, I love H2O.
H2O was great.
And, it's the debut of Josh Hartnett.
Yeah, and it had Michelle Williams.
Yep, and Adam Arkin, LL Cool J. And the thing is... okay, they go back and they do Resurrection. Busta Rhymes, Tyra Banks, young Katie Sackhoff, pre-Battlestar Galactica, gets her head chopped off.
I forgot about that movie.
Yeah. And so it plays every Halloween on AMC. So
they do a marathon of all the Halloween films, and
Yeah, and so the thing is, they sat up there and they retconned it to where he choked the paramedic to where his vocal cords didn't work, switches places with him, And then so that's the one that I don't think you ever saw Resurrection. Did you?
No, I didn't.
Okay, yeah, and that's how it happens. And I'm sure I'm not really doing a big spoiler for you folks out there because the movie is pretty terrible. Busta Rhymes doing karate on Michael Myers and whatnot, and yeah, and it's kind of ridiculous.
Pre-Busta, before he gained he ate himself.
40 pounds or whatever. But yeah, I mean, and the thing is, she chops off the paramedic's head, so the thing is she goes crazy knowing that, okay, well, Michael's still out there. Then he kills her at the beginning of Resurrection, and that was the only way that they can get her back, is if they killed her. And she made that deal with him. Hey, you know what, if you kill me in the beginning, if you kill off the character, I'll come back. And so
wait, they kill off Jamie Lee Curtis?
Yeah, it's basically Michael sets a trap for her, and it's pretty good. So basically he not hogties her, but he has her hanging. Right. She thinks that she's pushed him off or whatever, and he has her hanging on a rope, and he just stabs her, a bunch of times. She's in a mental institution. So, she's hanging up by the rope and everything, and she, and she kisses him by that, and see you in hell, and stabs her, and there she is, dead. It's pretty dumb, but I think that they had to rectify since H2O got fucked up by Resurrection. So this one here,
this is
written by David Gordon Green and Danny McBride, who you know as Kenny Powers.
Right, and this is takes place right after Halloween. They've erased everything but the first two Halloweens.
No, they've erased everything but the first.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
They do bring up the whole brother and sister thing, but her granddaughter dismisses that. Oh, that's just somebody just making up stories.
Gotcha. Okay. So I thought it was the first two.
Because I really like the first two, but it's the first one.
Gotcha.
So,
okay.
And they should erase all those. But the thing is, what sucks is that, what's her name? Danielle, the girl from 4 and 5, she's not going to come back as her daughter. It's Judy Greer.
Judy Greer is playing your daughter, yeah.
Yeah.
So, it's been kind of finalized now. James Gunn is out at Disney.
Yeah.
They haven't ruled out him coming back on another project.
Yeah, but the thing is, it's Disney, and being associated with anybody who's made tweets like that, and
he's done with Disney.
But as we chronicled on I think we chronicled this on the last episode, didn't we? DC and Warner Brothers are interested in him, and hey, he'd be great for a Lantern Corps movie because dealing with aliens and space and the cosmic and whatnot. So regardless of what happens, James Gunn will be sought after. He's a great filmmaker.
He's already got 3 other studios, other than WB, trying to get him. I think Fox is trying to get him for something.
Hey, listen. We here at Bayou City Geeks will be reporting on it.
Yeah.
And we'll be watching it with great interest. To quote Phantom Menace.
But they will use his script.
And that's good.
Which is good.
Here's the thing. Who knows Guardians better than he does?
Exactly. The problem is he was supposed to be the person that launched
the cosmic side.
The next 10 years of Marvel.
Yeah, which was going to be heavily cosmic.
Yeah.
And a lot of the second and third tier characters and D characters too. Well, maybe they can just bring him back on as a consultant. He doesn't have to, direct.
I'm trying to think of who would be that person that could take him for the next 10, 15 years.
I like Taika Waititi.
I was about to say Taika Waititi.
Yeah, he could direct the movie, but I don't think he wants to. I think he's kind of being respectful and saying, "Hey, this is James Gunn's baby from start to finish."
Right.
Let's get him on it, or get somebody else on it. I don't want to be the one to do it.
Yeah.
But he's got Thor, and he just really took Thor from being overly serious to that vulnerable funny guy, and that's what Chris Hemsworth wanted to do.
That's what he wanted to do, and when the Russo brothers said, this isn't your Thor, but we'll still have aspects of Ragnarok, which they did, which was great. So there's been a lot of talk about Zack Snyder's Justice League cut. And he's made references to the fact that there is a cut. Now
and everybody else has too.
Everyone else has made, and the CGI isn't finished.
It's more like storyboard, right?
It's storyboarded, but there are a lot of scenes that were finished that we didn't see.
And even in the trailers too.
The trailers, the way that I don't know why Joss Whedon changed the color of the sky from blue to red, which. It didn't make sense. Maybe we wouldn't see the mustache gate. So I already bought the Justice League DVD, but mainly because I wanted the Jim Lee cover that Best Buy did. But I would in a heartbeat buy the Snyder cut.
But here's the thing, WB owns the footage, they own the movie, so it's going to be up to them. But the thing is, hey, we got the Richard Donner cut,
exactly.
40 years later.
Yeah, exactly. Which is better than the original.
Yeah, Richard Lester cut.
Yeah.
But the thing is, the fans have to make a loud enough noise to say, hey, we want this cut.
Which you saw with Deadpool. Predator, I was wrong, is out in October, so that...
Well, September 14th.
Is it September 14th?
Uh-huh, September 14th.
They pushed it up? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so regardless, it still looks awesome. Oh, that's right, because I actually have tickets for it.
Really?
Yes.
No, keep your boy up, dude.
Let's see here. Avengers 4. Peyton Reed kind of touched on a fan rumor and kind of confirmed it, that they will use time travel using the quantum realm.
So
Ant-Man
is going to be
the
but
hero.
first got to get him out.
Exactly. That's why we have seen, because we've all seen the pictures of
Paul Rudd, running around frantically.
in the first Avengers film with Captain America, with Thor, all in the original Avengers outfits. So I really can't wait to see what happens with that. What else? I love Robert Downey Jr.'s Sherlock Holmes movies. The first two
and
were
he's
awesome.
supposed to be coming back for the third one, right?
He said he's ready to go for the third one because I think... I'm not saying that he's done as Tony Stark.
I think he just kind of wants to move on for a while from the Marvel Universe.
From another thing, which I mean...
Yeah, he's earned that right.
He's earned that right. I mean, he's made $100 million off of it.
Yeah,
so.
And ever since Kiss Kiss Bang Bang, he's been on an upward trajectory.
He really has. So, and I love Sherlock Holmes. I think they did a great job with it.
And I think everybody should do themselves a favor and go watch Kiss Kiss Bang Bang.
Yes.
I mean, Shane Black...
Predator.
Predator.
Another Shane Black film.
Yep.
It's Val. I think it's one of Val Kilmer's best films next to Top Gun, and and Tombstone.
And Real Genius, which I watched on Netflix last night.
As much as I love Deadpool 2, and I did buy the
Super Duper cut.
Yep, I bought the Super Duper cut, which we'll review on the next episode. But Tim Miller did a great job with the first one.
Yeah.
And the rumor was, he said and confirmed it, that if he had come back for part 2, he'd have brought the Fantastic Four with him. Which would have been... And they actually had mock-ups of what they were going to do with the costume. It would have been the same cast as the Shetty...
Josh Trank.
Thank you. Exactly. Which I still haven't seen yet. I kind of refuse to watch it.
You know what? I took one for the team when I was reviewing it. And, dude, it's like this. There's some stuff in there. There's one thing that Reed does with his face, and which I haven't really seen him do in the comics really too often, where he can mold his face to look like somebody else. Has he ever done that?
No, he's never done that.
Well, they do that in the movie, which I thought was pretty cool.
That's kind of cool, yeah.
But that was pretty much like the only thing I thought that was really pretty cool.
The only thing.
But the thing is, like the cat, you waste a talented cast.
That's an insanely talented cast.
I mean, yeah, Michael B. Jordan pre-Creed.
Yeah.
And Black Panther.
Yeah.
You got Kate Mara, who is related to...
Rooney Mara.
Yeah, related to Rooney Mara.
And the Giants and Steelers.
Yeah, Giants and Steelers, her grandfather and father are both, high up in that.
They're owners.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And, you got Jamie Bell from Billy Elliot.
Yep. Miles Teller.
Miles Teller, I mean, who's,
and
awesome.
who
And he's going to be in the second Top Gun, playing Goose's son.
Yes, he is. Oh, he's Goose's son. That's right. So they actually had pictures. I liked the thing that they did with him. They did. They had like the Fantastic Four shorts on him, and it looks really cool.
Yeah.
But hopefully, Marvel sees that I can write and hires me to do the Fantastic Four movie because I have
you got enough gray hair in your head.
I've got
Reed Richards.
I love being Reed Richards, but I have a really great story. All right, and also while we're on Marvel projects, Doctor Strange 2 is in production, starts production next year, and Spider-Man Homecoming is wrapping up production, I think. Oh no, it's got like another month or two of production. But the big... It's not, I don't know if you'd call it a rumor, but Hydro Man might be in the next...
I guess it's the Maury Bench Hydro Man?
I guess so. So we're seeing more of the Sinister Six.
Yeah, and I'm glad, because I mean, the thing is, you don't need to kind of do what the game is doing. It's like, like those characters that but are not quite on the upper tier, kind of like, the B, C list. And then like Vulture. Vulture's kind of an A-lister, but he's not Green Goblin or Doc Ock.
True. True.
And he's not Venom either.
He's not Venom. Like Tom Raimi. Sam Raimi did a really good job. He did Green Goblin, Doc Ock, and then Venom Sandman.
Yeah, the thing is,
the third one sucked, but
but he's wanting to do a Sandman story, and they made him shoehorn in Venom, which he is not a fan of that character, and it showed.
It really did show. Then with the Mark Webb series, you had
Lizard,
which I thought was really cool that they did that first, and then Harry was kind of like in it. They had killed off Norman Osborn, but then you saw like he actually might still be alive, like a floating head, which was kind of weird. Anyways, I like that they're going the Sinister Six route. I think that'd be interesting.
Yeah, they should. I mean, and the thing is, he has to fight him off. I would just love to see like how, they handle it with him being a high schooler and him having to go up against grown ass men.
Right.
A boy in a man's world.
Well, I mean he barely was able to hold off the Vulture.
Yeah. So the thing is, Spider-Man is at his best when his back's against the wall.
Yes. All right. So jumping from movies to TV. The Bourne Identity is getting a spin-off called Treadstone, and it's picked up by USA, which I wasn't shocked about. They did Shooter, right?
Yeah, and they canceled Shooter after 3 seasons, and a friend of mine, his name is Eddie, he was on an episode of that.
Hi, Eddie. Yeah, so, I mean, I've seen, like, bits and pieces of the first Bourne, and I don't know. It's just...
You never watched the series?
No,
I've seen every Bourne. I mean, I love spy movies and stuff like that, especially, like, we see, like, the fight scenes and the gunfights and everything, and
I like that
the
in the
twists
first
and
one,
turns.
but it's just, I was never compelled to watch it. I don't know. I don't love spy films, but it just, I don't know.
Yeah, it's pretty good. I mean, you should watch the first 3, I'd say. I mean, even the one with Jeremy Renner is pretty good.
Really? Iron Fist 2 has a new trailer, and damn it, it looks really good.
Yeah, as we said before, Marvel usually knocks it out of the park, with these season 2s, because, now they know where they want to go, who the characters are, what they want the show to be, what tone, and it looks very brutal and visceral. I mean, you see blood, and he's fighting Davos, and, and they do have the mask for, so the thing is, it's kind of like Luke Cage, when we see the flashback of Luke Cage getting out of jail, he was
original.
Yeah, his original costume with the curly hair and everything, and he's like, I look like a damn fool, and then he, morphs into the Luke Cage, that we all know with the bald head.
Exactly. Which, so, yeah, it looks really damn good. Pennyworth starts filming this year. It's going to be an alternate reality. It's another Earth. We last week we tried to like match up the different Earths from like the different DC universes, and
they have to take place in the different Earths. I mean, that's how you can only explain it. 2 Flashes, 2 Batmans, 2 Supermans, 2 Wonder Womans, and all that shit.
Speaking of Superman, actually, I'll jump to the CW shows in just a bit. Netflix is introducing ads to its streaming service, but there's a way to get out of it.
Yeah, you can opt out. I didn't read, exactly how to do that, but it's up. You can, opt out. So.
I literally had Netflix up before you came over, and I didn't see any ads.
Yeah, I didn't see any either. I mean, I had it up for a little bit, and I didn't see any ads on it.
But I'm already paying. Actually, I'm not paying because I have T-Mobile, so they pay.
Good for you.
Right?
Good for you.
Exactly. Okay, so now the CW. We have the first official CW crossover. It's going to be Flash, Arrow, Supergirl. It'll be in December, and that's when we see Batwoman.
Yes. I'm eagerly anticipating, and I hope they start dropping little nuggets about her too.
I would love that. Now, I was a little, I guess, upset with them not including Legends of Tomorrow.
Yeah.
Now, I was actually, talking to a friend of ours. I was talking to James about this, and it's a lot of writers that you have to contend with, and a lot of characters, and it's just easier.
Yeah, but also you got the same producer, so
true.
he can be that Joss Whedon where he's like overseeing
the puppet master. Yeah. True. But we won't get Legends in the crossover, and we won't see Black Lightning either, which I'm still kind of upset about because I want to see Black Lightning introduced into this.
Yeah.
But Supergirl, we will get Superman, and we will get. It was announced Lois Lane. Because we got
her
sister. Now we're gonna get Lois, and I really can't. I love the Superman episodes.
Yeah, I mean, Tyler Hoechlin is a very good Superman.
I was so like, you can go back and watch like the early episodes. I was so against him being Superman. I'm like, that's not Superman. And then I'm
wasn't. I mean, the first time that I saw him in the suit and I saw him smile, I was like, yeah, he's got it.
Yeah, the on-set scenes, I'm like, okay.
But he's a very young-looking Superman.
But he's a great Clark Kent too.
Yeah, when he's in that costume, he looks very young, like in his 20s. He's 31. but he still looks like he's about 25.
Which is what they're kind of putting him at in the series, I think.
Yeah.
Because she's 25.
Yeah.
And she got here late, but he'd already grown up. Yeah. So, Lord of the Rings will be filming in New Zealand because you kind of have to film.
Of course. Where else are you gonna film?
New Zealand is Middle Earth.
Yeah. A lot of lush forests and everything. I mean, it provided the most awesome backdrop for it, and it's going to be very ambitious because it's going to be expensive.
Mm-hmm.
Just like the Star Wars TV show, which for 10 episodes is going to be $100 million, so it's $10 million an episode. But at least Disney is seeing now that, hey, we don't need to do 13, we can do 10.
It's true. It's true.
And I'm not sure how many episodes this is going to be, but it would be wise not to, kind of stretch it so thin and everything. Just kind of tell a neat little story every season.
You don't need fillers.
No.
Just tell the story.
And that's what's so good about these series. The Sopranos started introducing, and even the European TV market, like just 6 episodes a season.
Yeah, you have 2 seasons, then you're done, unless you're Doctor Who.
Yeah, which goes on probably by 10 episodes or something like that, and then they just go from season to season. However, it's not 22 or 24 episodes.
No. And after a while, you're like, am I still watching this?
Yeah. Because there's so much filler.
There's so much filler. Glow is getting a 3rd season, which is great, because Glow is a fantastic series.
And it's even better for those who watched Glow growing up, like I did.
I never watched Glow, but I used to watch the old WWF, which was funny when they were shooting the promo cuts on Glow. My girlfriend was like, "This is ridiculous." I'm like, "Oh wait!" And I showed her like the old footage of like Hulk Hogan and like Macho Man cutting there, and she's like, "This this is what y'all." I'm like, "Oh, I love this."
Yeah,
I love that.
I remember Glow doing a show here. I mean, watching it on the local UPN or My 20 station, and I mean, it was just so surreal to see it. I mean, none of those girls were really trained in wrestling, but I mean, and it kind of reminds me of what ECW was, for all you wrestling fans out there, know who ECW is. The girls weren't, they were very attractive, but it had that low budget style, and that's what was so appealing about it, is that, like, okay, they weren't the biggest or the baddest or the prettiest, nor did, the production look, all that great, but they went out and just wrestled their hearts out.
Yeah.
And put on a great show.
So yeah, I'm really happy that it got a season 3, because I really want to see where they go now that they're in Vegas. Big Bang Theory is finally coming to an end next season. 2019 is its final year, and
it's probably getting so expensive to produce, man, because
they're each getting what, 100,000?
100 million. No, 1 million.
Is it 1 million? That's right.
And I think they gave up some of their salaries. So Maya Bialik and what's her name? I know. I can't think of her name. I know what you're talking about. Yeah, so they can get more money.
Yeah, which they should, because they're equal.
Everybody should get some. I mean, they've been there since what, day 1? I mean, Amy Farrah Fowler, played by Maya Bialik, and
she came in like season like
2 or 3.
Yeah, but they've been like Bernadette. They've all been there since like season 2.
Melissa Rauch is her name.
There we go. So I dropped off like season 6.
Yeah, I mean, well, they show the reruns on TBS and
and it's just,
and whatnot.
And
so
I'm kind of tired, and I just got tired of the stereotypes on the show. So
yeah,
I'm just.
But it's still a great show. I mean, Will Wheaton was rejuvenated.
Yes, and I mean, don't get me wrong. I love Sheldon.
He's from Texas. Hey,
he's from
Jim
Houston.
Parsons. Yeah,
Jim Parsons from Houston. From Spring.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
We got to have him on the show. We must have him on the show.
All right, and jumping back to Netflix real quick. Matt Groening's new series,
Disenchantment,
came out. Disenchantment, came out. I'm on episode 3.
How is it so far?
It's really funny.
Okay.
He kind of takes it in a very dark way.
Kind of like Princess Bride, but darker.
Yeah, and I mean it's a princess who doesn't want to be a princess. She just wants to go out, drink, gamble, and fight. She's got Elfo, who is an elf from the Sugarland area. Not Sugarland here, but like the Sugarland like principality, and he knows nothing other than like eating sugar and making candy. And then a dark demon who is trying to like corrupt her to the dark side. And the demon is hilarious because he really doesn't give a shit about anything. He just wants to make her go evil, and he's hilarious. And I think it's like Matt Groening, kind of like, what was his original cartoon? Something Goes to Hell? Rabbit Goes to Hell?
Oh, yes.
It's kind of in that humor. like where it's like people die and they stay dead, and it's very like in a very dark way, and it's really, but it is funny. But the best line in that was actually came from Elfo, and it's in the pilot. Was it Elfo? I think it was like, yeah, I'd rather die a big death than live a small life. I'm like, okay, God damn it, Graney, way to go, way to go. All right, so that is TV. On to comics. Fox has pulled Buffy, the Buffy license from Dark Horse.
And it all probably has to do with the impending sale.
Exactly. And because Fox is rebooting Buffy, the talk is they're moving her to Boom.
Yeah. You know what? And I was kind of hoping that they would kind of retcon her into the Marvel universe.
That'd be cool.
Team up with Blade.
That'd be badass.
Yeah.
I'd be down for that.
Me too.
That was really all like the big comic book news. I mean, other than like that Fox is pulling Buffy. Wolverine's getting new powers. He's
got a new costume. And people do not like it.
I don't like it.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of people say it looks like hot monkey butt, and I mean, I'm just like, you know what?
It looks like crap.
Just sometimes, a lot of times, if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
And I know they'll probably go back to one of his old costumes, or just like the tank top with.
I wouldn't mind him going back to the brown costume.
I wouldn't either, or the astonishing costume. I like that one, but I do like the fact that now when he pops his claws, they heat up.
Yeah,
I dig that. I do dig that. All right, so I'm gonna do my picks for the past 2 weeks. Batman 53 was one of the best Tom King stories he's written. So it's like pretty much Bruce Wayne is on a jury, is doing jury duty, and it kind of becomes a 12 Angry Men scenario where he is arguing in favor of Mr. Freeze and saying that Batman messed up. And at the end, because of the whole wedding debacle with Catwoman, he tells Alfred to get his original suit because he has to go back to basics, and that's why they introduced the trunks are back. So yeah, the way they introduced Superman getting the trunks back was good, and now Batman getting his trunks back, all been really great. Amazing Spider-Man with Spencer and Otley have been amazing.
This whole split, you know.
Yeah, I dig that.
And I'm curious to see where they go. And one thing, if you haven't been watching Marvel Spider-Man on Disney XD, which you should,
I know I need to.
Awesome. They're doing a Superior storyline.
Are they really?
Yeah. So they've had 13 episodes so far where it's like a bring on the bad guys type of thing where he's just, you know, going through a gauntlet of bad guys.
Yeah.
They have a new Electro, I believe.
Really?
Yeah, it's a female now. It's a really smart, you know, female. Yeah, and you know, he's battling Doc Ock, who is, I guess, like in a robot. Transferred his consciousness into a robot. So now he has transferred his consciousness, just like he did in the comics, into Peter Parker.
Oh, that's badass. Okay,
yeah. Peter Parker's now this robot. It's not Doc Ock with the arms.
Really? Okay, yeah. I do need to watch that. And then, but I have. Oh yeah, Snyder's Justice League run. It's been interesting. It's kind of hard to follow, but Scott Snyder does an amazing job, and he's doing, I think, like a 50-issue arc. So yeah, so that's been. And also the artwork on Justice League is amazing, but I like where they're going with it. So yeah,
man, Power Rangers Shattered Grid. Hey, you know, it's been great. I mean, you know, Kyle Higgins has done a really, really awesome job with this series. I mean, you know, he took a concept that, you know, that a lot of people laugh at, you know, make fun of, but he's taken it and just made it, you know, serious. You know, still got the moments of levity in there,
right.
But I mean, this whole Shattered Grid storyline has been very, very good. You know, seeing, you know, what would have happened if Tommy had never broken free of Rita, that's been great. And, you know, I'm eager to see what they do with this. I mean, could they introduce it into the movies, which was suggested by Joshua Ewell at IGN.
Really?
You know, about, you know, the sequel.
Yeah.
And have, you know, Lord Zed come in. Because Zed has not been introduced in the comics.
Really?
He's not been introduced in the comics at all. I don't even think he's been alluded to.
Huh.
So I think when he finally does show up, he's going to be that scary ass villain that we saw on the second season. Second season.
That's true, because he has a really messed up, like, he has no skin.
Yeah.
I think he's awesome.
Yeah, exactly. And a brain, just his brain's exposed.
Wasn't he Rita's boss?
Well, he was somebody. He's kind of like the Hordak to her Skeletor.
Okay, that's what I thought.
Because I remember when they premiered him, he locks her back in the box, back in the little dumpster.
Yes.
And because she's failed and everything, and so he's like, okay, I'll do it myself.
Right.
And his putties are stronger, his monsters are stronger, and that's what brings about the Thunder Zords and all that.
That's right. And then I remember they actually got married, and Zed was Jewish.
Yes, he is Jewish.
So the things I remember. All right, so that kind of wraps. Oh, I'm sorry. Any other picks you have, or?
No, those are like the ones that really, really, really stand out to me. Because I'm just enjoying it. Of course, Green Lantern, is in.
Well, now they're rebooting that.
Well, yeah, they are, but it's still not Hal Jordan and Green Lantern Corps. So.
Yeah. All right, so. Going from comics, we're going to action figures and video games. Red Dead Redemption 2, which comes out in October?
October 26th, CM Punk's birthday.
I finally got a date right. It's going to be the largest map by Rockstar, which is saying something because their maps are huge. Watching the video for this game, like I get excited for it.
Yeah.
But
knowing that you got a lot of terrain to cover, oh boy, you're gonna be playing this game for a while.
Yeah.
But the thing is, Rockstar's quality is going to be very, very good. Rockstar and Blizzard set the standard to me. They raise the bar because they don't just rush a game out and say, "Oh, hey, we got a video game out."
No, it's like it'll be out when we say it's out.
Yeah, and they test it, and they've been and actually Red Dead got delayed, right?
Yeah, twice.
Yeah, so I mean,
it was supposed to have come out last March.
Yeah, and then they
delayed it, and
they said it was supposed to be like the Christmas time.
Exactly,
and then they delayed it.
We're not ready yet. Which you know what? Fine.
More power to them. But hey, you know what? The sales back themselves up, and the game quality backs itself up.
Exactly.
GTA 5. I mean, have you played that?
Arkham.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, no, that's not them.
What was Batman?
That was one Treyarch. Rocksteady.
Rocksteady. I'm thinking Rocksteady, and I'm getting Rocksteady and Rockstar.
But I mean, the thing is, Max Payne. I think was a Rockstar game. Yeah. So I mean, the Grand Theft Auto series. Even Bully.
Mm-hmm. No, Rockstar has a track record. Even the first Red Dead and Undead.
Yeah.
Were amazing. And then of course, probably by the time we do the next episode, Spider-Man will have come out, and so I have like a ton of games. I'm just going to here you go.
And E3 has, that E3 trailer has surpassed 70 million views on YouTube.
Has it really?
Yeah.
Jesus.
People are curious and excited about this game. I say I'm going to give it a pre-order just so I don't miss out on it. Comes out the same day as the second season of Iron Fist, September 7th, Friday. So Marvel's is looking to take over that day, yeah.
No one will be doing anything that weekend.
Taking a day off.
Yeah, it's like, okay, I'm going to spend an hour watching Netflix, and then Spider-Man, and then Iron Fist, and then Spider-Man.
And Spider-Man's going to have no shortage of stuff to do in that game, too.
No, it's not.
It's going to be very complex, the combat. Mm-hmm. If you pre-order, I think you get some of the suits.
Yeah, and they've released 7 suits, and it's like the advanced suit in the game, the original suit, the Homecoming, hoodie suit. I know 2099 is in there. Mm-hmm. Spider-Man Punk is in there.
Yep. Complete with the spiky.
Yeah, spike hair or the spikes, and I think the guitar, and I'm sure Black Suit will come out.
Yeah, the Venom suit.
Yeah.
Yeah, possibly, but they're kind of like
Well, they're still keeping a few suits secret,
and they're also keeping a secret of who the other villain is with the Sinister Six.
Yeah.
So I mean, could it be Norman Osborn? I mean, could it be Kraven?
I think we'll see. I think we'll at least get references to.
Yeah, maybe set up for a second game.
Exactly.
And also, of course, you can play as Mary Jane. She has the stealth missions, and also Miles Morales. They're not really saying very much about him. He's in the game, and he does have a relationship with Peter, but they're not saying whether he's playable or not. So.
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah, I still want to know more about Into the Spider-Verse. But, all right, so, for any of those who love Legos like I do, mine are in, their boxes right now because I don't have room for them, but they have released a Voltron and James Bond's Aston Martin. And one way or another, I will get both of those.
And that Voltron looks awesome and so sweet.
So beautiful.
So for those of you who don't have the original die-cast metal Voltron like me, this will probably make up for it, and it's quite expensive. Like, what, $200?
$160.
Oh, right at.
Yeah, it's right at 200. So after taxes, yeah, pretty much. Marvel Legends, which I do collect, it's coming out with a new wave, and in October, once again with Red Dead Redemption, they're releasing the new Archangel Marvel Legends, and it looks so beautiful. It's got like 3 different heads, different wings to add on to it, so it's going to be...
You got the human head and then the mutated head. And...
You got the human head, the blue head, and the death.
That's right, when he was part of the 4 Horsemen of the
exactly.
Apocalypse.
The 4 Horsemen of the Apocalypse. That I can't wait for that. I really can't. But it's all in time for Christmas, so there you go. With that, remember...
We got wrestling.
Oh, wrestling, okay.
Yes, we got wrestling. All right. Well, SummerSlam, was this past Sunday, and, we had... The thing is, with SummerSlam, it wasn't the greatest show. I mean, I thought there was some questionable booking. I mean, I'll bring one glaring booking error. I mean, of course, you probably know this, that Ronda Rousey has made her way there.
Yes.
Okay, well, the thing is, she won the Women's Championship.
Okay.
Now, she's been in the company about 4 months, and she wins the Women's Championship. Now, this from a lady who, she's good at judo and whatnot, MMA, but... The thing is, they probably should have waited until WrestleMania to have her winning the belt. But the thing is, it's all in the way that they booked her because, and I understand why they did it, because you can't keep screwing her over.
Right.
Or you can find, creative ways to screw her over. But it was a squash match between her and Alexa Bliss, and who's done very, very great work over the past 2 years, ever since she's come up from NXT. And it's like, where do you go from here? So the thing is, she has to be like a Stone Cold Steve Austin, where Stephanie McMahon and Triple H and Constable Corbin,
kind of screw her over.
Yeah, screw her over and make life miserable for her. And the thing is, who's going to be like that credible opponent? Because Nia Jax, who could easily, just squash her, literally and figuratively, she's injured. So the thing is, that's not Alexa Bliss. I mean, Bayley, I don't think they're gonna let her. She's been booked so poorly since she's come up from NXT. And Sasha Banks, she's more of a side character now, bit player. So it's like, who do you get, unless you place her in handicap matches, But the thing is, I don't think they should have made her champion so soon. And also with the AJ Samoa Joe match, I was looking really forward to because of the match that they had in TNA. Especially the match, in 2004 with Christopher Daniels for the X Division title. And it ends with a disqualification. I understand why they do this. They want to keep the feud going.
Right.
However, you can have AJ, if you're going to have AJ go over, or Joe go over, have him get a clean win. I mean, the thing is, and then just, if they want to trade the title or whatnot, I mean, I thought Joe was going to win it because here's a guy who's been, injured. He's had injury problems since he's come up from NXT, and he's a very formidable, incredible threat to AJ. But
right.
I thought if you're going to keep the storyline going, maybe, have, AJ win it, or even have him lose it and then chase until getting it back at WrestleMania 35. And that's just my booking, but, I'm not booking these shows, but, all in all, I didn't really like, SummerSlam. I give it a C-, but NXT TakeOver. Now, you haven't seen any of the takeovers, have you?
No.
You're missing out, because the thing is, they're better than than the shows that they go before. And the thing is, I mean, you got Matt Riddle out in the crowd, so they signed him from the UFC. And, all the matches, it just seems like, they just knock it out of the park. Even matches that you think, I mean, the show from top to bottom, A+ in my book.
All right, then. I've got nothing else. I'm racking my brain. This is a pretty clean cut show. With that, we have Fandemic, September 14th, 15th, and 16th.
We have our Patreon page. So, Robert has put that up on Facebook. And if you guys, leave something in the comments that you want us to talk about. I mean, he and I plan on doing a Transformers episode since I don't know if you've heard, September 27th, I believe it's a Wednesday or Thursday night, Transformers the movie, the original Transformers the movie, the one where Optimus Prime dies. I don't think I'm spoiling anything for anybody.
No.
The 86 movie with Orson Welles and Leonard Nimoy and Judd Nelson is coming back to theaters for one night only. So he and I will have an episode on our Patreon page, and we'll be talking about like the history and our memories and our time with the franchise, what we like, what we dislike, and just why it's such an awesome franchise.
Let's see here. We have thanks to y'all, we have over 500 followers on Instagram. We have 35.
Oh, 35?
I think 35 followers or subscribers now on YouTube. Which, by the way, let's see, if we get to 50, remember with 50, you get the we'll do the Scotty Young Comic Palooza giveaway. If we get to 100, well, we need to get to 100.
Yeah.
But when we get to 100, we do the Sean Patrick Flannery giveaway. So with that, make sure to subscribe to us on YouTube. I'll put the link at the end.
Yes, Twitter and Instagram too.
And I'll have all those at the end.
And T-shirts?
We are...
T-shirts, maybe?
Well, if we get enough Patreon subscribers, we will start doing T-shirts. Or if you want T-shirts, hell, you know what? Screw it. Let us know. If you want T-shirts, we'll start making T-shirts.
And I did find a place for us. So
there we go.
We can place like a low limited order, and we don't have to spend very much. So.
There we go. So with that, I am your co-host, Bobby Behar, and with me is...
Jason Elliott.